All right. It is the end of week 11, starting into week 12, and I wanted to just give a shout out to everyone to be clear about some things and give you some additional resources. So for week 8 and 9, 8 and 9 and 10, we kind of did a little autopilot thing, actually more 10 to be clear, where I let you guys determine, what functions and features you wanted to add into your site. And we stopped actually doing some of the code camp and JavaScript, the weird parts. And then in this week, something similar to where we focused on local storage and then on Firebase. Okay, so I'll come back to Firebase in a minute, but just to be clear, heading into week 12 now, we have our one and only day that you actually have to be in class to get the points for this day. Okay, so for your homework, what you're going to do in this case is you're going to actually do a to-do list. So in your file, which by the way, we're in November here, so you need to build into your file structure in November. Bring over your CSS for our typical homework setup for Pretty Code, and then also bring over your app directory. Now I'm actually going to be doing that this weekend. I don't think there should be any issues with the Firebase stuff, but reach out if there is any challenges there. But just to say, so what you want to do for this homework is really create a to-do list. What things are you going to prep, have ready to show on demo day? And remember, I said what we will do here is I'll pull your code, you push it to the repo, I pull it to the local system, and then I'll show it and I can navigate through it as you talk about it. Okay, so that's first for the homework is a to-do list. And then for the actual demo day, I want you to focus on the following. Make sure to get all the points, you have to cover the following areas, right? So your app site, whether it's an app or it's a site, your concept, what is the thing that you're trying to accomplish with your site, right? And then you demo your current site, right? Talk about the code, demo its functionality, and then have, what is your plan? What do you want to have complete by the end of the semester, okay? So that's what you need to do for that day. And again, if you want to get up, totally cool. So whichever way you feel most comfortable, it's really more about you showing us your concept ideas and how far along you've gotten. And don't get all like I have to have everything done. But it's also good to have as much done as you can so that you can demo the idea of the app itself. Okay. Now, let me come back around to week 11 that we're just ending out because I know in class on Thursday, in the homework, I had you guys find your videos that you wanted to learn about Firebase and then you had to do the setup of the Firebase itself, which can be for a varying degree based on every operating system that your every computer that's uniquely configured can be more or less a challenge. But that was the idea here. So then in the classwork was to implement something in Firebase, and of course there are many features of Firebase that you can implement. But I required only one. So in this case, what did you select? What feature? Because when looking at the Firebase, there's hosting, there's real-time database, there's authentication. So just to really, it really takes the limitations that we hit up against, not having the ability to store user data, authenticate users, and I think in a fairly straightforward way. Now, having said that, I've been playing with Firebase over the last couple of days, and I've found what I consider to be some even better resources. So I'm going to give you a playlist to this guy right here. He did a whole series of 9 videos that really starts at the very basic, ends up through adding data into your database, talks about authentication, talks about, it's just really good. It's just this is, and they're not long videos, so that's nice. But he really goes through this step by step in a way that I think will be helpful for you all. And it was for me. I actually found this after I got to the point today to get my authentication working. I had already gotten hosting working, right? So if you'll end up with this, which is whatever your app name is, and then some number of Firebase app. Now on demo day, if you want to just have that, you can just give that to me as well, and we can look at it out there. Not required, just FYI. So really what this video is about more than anything is really giving you, I'm going to give you this link to this playlist because I've been through now two of these and I'm like, yeah, this is the kind of stuff. Actually, this one I started here on part one, into part two. And like I said, look at them. They're not that long, but they're really, really good. And they really help you depending on some challenges that you may run into. Because reading the docs, although they're really good, sometimes it's just great to have somebody walk through a good experience. So I hope that helps you out. And I look forward to seeing whoever shows up on Tuesday to do demo day. I think it should be a fun day. I am getting evaluated that day and we'll do it at the end. So if you have any questions, let me know. So again, every classwork is, because we have two of them a week, is not a huge impact on your grade. So missing it's not a huge impact on your grade. It's more of the community coming in, talking to people about, where you're at with your app development, where you plan on going with that. And I say app and app/site. Okay, I just wanted to give you that, and then I'll send this as a email and then give you the link to the playlist. So have a great weekend. I'm way excited. I got a lot done on my app. I'm actually to the point to connect the user data for the authenticated user into my app, but I got it functioning as far as the user login and then displaying the user content. I got that working. So it's been a really productive day and always feels good. I don't know if you experienced that. It always feels good when you get a lot done. So have a great weekend. I'll talk to you on Tuesday.